G'day, it's that Rig guy here. I'm on the Murray here with Kim Manning, the magician of the Murray, as he's known. So, Kim, first of all, I want to thank you for taking us out on the water today. You've shown us some really, really beautiful things. Just a couple of basic intro questions here. What was it that actually got you into fishing?
Firstly, how you going, Pete? I guess my dad's always been a hunter and gatherer. He's always been a fisherman, a duck shooter. So I've been brought up sort of doing those outdoor activities. I guess I sort of lost interest a little bit when I was bringing up kids, going to high school and stuff. And then once we got the tackle shop about 20 odd years ago, I started to really get into it with sounders and Minn Kotas and the different lures and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I've fished for a long period, but quite intensely over the last 20 years.
What would be one of your most memorable fishing trips that you've done in your life?
Probably my most memorable was only a couple of years ago, where I took a couple of local blokes up to Cape York, up to Weipa. We chartered a 5-night tour up there on the Barramundi, and I did go up there a couple of years before, but it was a self-guided one. But anyone that goes on a charter, I'd highly recommend you use guides or somebody that knows the area locally, because I think we caught 400 or 500 fish in 5 days. It was insane. The Barramundi was great. The sea fishing was fantastic, and highlight of my fishing career up there. GTs and all sorts. It was good.
So a few bucket lists ticked off.
Yeah, ticked a few off. Yeah.
Favourite fish to target?
I kind of like casting lures at Callop or yellow belly, just in this area. This is kind of one of the areas that I fish, between Lock 3 and Marookish, about 20 k's of the river. I like the challenge of flicking a lure and finding the snags under the water and trying to target them. Now, I've had a few cod that I've sort of caught, but I don't really target cod a great deal. I'll keep a couple of Callop, but I certainly don't keep everything.
Yeah, catch and release is a big thing, particularly with the environment the way it is. Getting rid of the carp is a main thing, and you're one of the brains trust behind the Carp Frenzy.
Yeah, the Carp Frenzy's been going since about 2012 or 13. I can't quite remember. We don't really keep that many good records, but it's been going 11 years now, and we've pulled out about 50,000 carp. And raised about $150,000 that we actually give away to community projects around the place. So we've done exercise machines on the lakefront. We've given the yacht club $4,000 for a little bit of a reno. We gave a couple of different families, thousands of dollars that have had cancer in the family. Girl Guides, Scouts, we bought fridge freezers for them. We hosted a statewide tourist convention in Barmera. A few other things on top of that. Off my head, I can't quite get them.
It's also a really good tourist destination, even without the Carp Frenzy. Lake Bonniers, one of the places I actually love coming to. If I get half a chance to get away from the city and want to throw a line, I'm always up in this area because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah. Lake Bonnie is a super duper safe lake. So we're not like the river here, you don't know whether it's a metre deep here or 6 metres deep, because the bank can just go bang down straight. So the river is actually quite dangerous for swimmers and little kids if you're not confident. The lake has just got a beautiful, gentle slope, sandy beach on the town side and the northern side, the other side. Great camping spots. Used to be a lot of cod in there. But there's a lot of carp in there at the moment, but still, carp are good fun to catch. So the Carp Frenzy, not only are we pulling the carp out, we're actually dragging a lot of people to Barmera to try and boost the economy a little bit. So it's been a good project, that.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I've done it 3 years in a row now, and I'll be back for a 4th next year. So one thing that has really got inspired me is the way that you've done the fish habitat in the Murray. As you're saying before, as we're coming through, that you've put the biggest man-made fish structure in the Murray, Darling, in.
Yeah, so with the Carp Frenzy, we started off the second year. I've followed fish habitat projects for quite a while and sort of got frustrated that nothing was happening in South Australia at all, zero. So the second carp frenzy, we we applied to make some little fish hotels. You know, they're about 6 foot square and maybe a metre or 1.2 high. So we built 30 of those out of our own money in Lake Bonnie. Then we got another grant the year later. We for 20 grand we built another 60. So we've put in about 90 fish hotels in Lake Bonnie. After that, I got asked, there were some bigger grants going for fish habitat. So I went for a $90,000 grant. We ended up getting $66,000. So with that, the first structure that I built is currently the biggest man-made fish habitat project done in the Murray-Darling Basin. It fitted on the back of a semi-trailer. It's all on YouTube. It weighed about 10 tonnes, about 3 metres high and 30 feet long. It's 2 big cubes that are joined together with tree trunks. So I tried to make it a little bit natural with some tree trunks in there. In that structure, it's got 8 Murray cod nesting sites in. They're big pipes, Murray cod like hollows or gravelly beds. So we've tried to put these big pipes in that and smashed holes in to allow flow. The holes that we smashed in, we kept the rubble and we made a slurry and we put the rubble on the bottom of the pipe to make like a gravelly bed. They were strapped in with stainless steel strap, and the whole thing was put in with a 100-ton crane over the top of the trees and dropped in about an 7 or 8 metre channel in the lake not far from here.
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll find that and put the link to that YouTube on the bottom of this, so that everyone who's interested in finding out more about this project can actually sit there and have a watch of it.
So after that one though, we actually put in a 20-ton root ball. That was a massive root ball. And we put in 4 full red gums, 40-foot red gums that fit on the back of a semi-trailer. Within that red gum, I've installed Murray cod nesting sites in those as well. So in the fork of a tree, I've jammed them in the fork of a tree, bolted a branch in front of that so it can't roll out. Then SA Power Networks came and stainless steel strapped them on just to make sure they don't move. So all of those structures have got nesting sites, hopefully habitat for Murray cod.
Oh, that's good. Let's hope that those habitats actually get there and do what they're designed for, and the population does start to grow again.
Yeah.
With other programs that you're doing, like Keeping It Real, how do you find that's boosting tourism for us?
I've known Rocky since we went to school, so Keeping It Real, Rocky's little program, he's a Barmera boy, and that's his way of trying to get people back to the Riverland after the flood. I don't know the impact of what his little program is doing, but I spoke to the Woolshed Brewery only this morning. They have had a bit of a tough year this year and are not sponsoring anything currently, but they love the sound of Rocky's little interview, and so it gets a different market for them. So that's actually the only program that they're sponsoring. So yeah, hopefully it makes a difference, and good on Rocky for trying to get people back to his hometown and back to the Riverland in his own way. You know, it might only be small, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully it's big. We're probably targeting a lot of horse racing people that may not come up this way normally.
Yeah, well, being with Lovell Rigs, being part of that and loving Barmera, we're actually honoured to be asked back for a second season. So for those who are interested, Keeping It Real on Piranha Media on the Facebook is an absolutely fantastic little program put together, as we said, by Rocky, Kim here. I get there and have a bit of a show every now and then when I get a chance. Yeah. But no, it's brilliant. I enjoy my little part on that.
And look, from the Carp Frenzy too, Pete came in last year, just walked up to us and threw us 50 rigs that he makes from Lovell's Rigs, so we really appreciate that, and I know you're coming back again this year. So little things like that that are community minded is a huge benefit to our little fishing thing that we got going in Barmera.
Yeah, I'll be continuing pushing to promote up here. It said it is a beautiful place, and if you look around here, just on the Murray here, how tranquil it is.
Yeah.
It's just, the bird life, it's sensational.
Yeah, there's tons of birds. Yeah, it's a great day today. Yeah, I love being out on the water, mate. I don't care if I don't catch a fish. I just like being out here, go for a spin in the boat.
Yeah,
Chuck a
no.
line. We've cast a few lures and not much happening because she's flowing pretty hard. But
Yeah.
great to be out on the water.
Oh, it is. And since I've got to know you, I've really got there, and the time I've spent has been cherished. Even just a little bit of interview and that, the knowledge I've got just from you from those bits has been really, really great. I would love to come up here one day and cast a line with you when we get a chance, and do it.
Down, we will.
Yeah, and we'll do it. Put it on YouTube for everyone to see. So that rig guy with Kim will be coming probably within the next 12 months, hopefully, when the water slows down and the weather picks up in the temperature.
Yeah, and with the Carp Frenzy, if people haven't heard much about the Carp Frenzy and think it's just a little fishing competition, it's actually turned into the biggest freshwater fishing competition in South Australia by far, and we're only 100 people shy of it being the biggest fishing competition outright in South Australia. We're knocked off by 100 people in a surf fishing club down the southeast. So last year we had over 1,000 fishermen, and we have anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000 in prizes and prize money.
So the first weekend of March, 2024. Let's see if we can beat that record. Come on up, Barbara. Camping sites have been redone.
Council are hoping to have those open because all the campsites around the lake they actually got flooded, as a lot of things through here did. So, I mean, there's millions of dollars worth of projects to try and get finished after the flood. But I was only talking to the mayor the other day. She's hoping to have those finished for Christmas, hopefully.
Oh, awesome. So there you have it, guys. This is Kim, the magician of the Murray, as he's known. What he doesn't know about this area and what he hasn't put into this area is what is not worth knowing. We'll go to get there, and the sun's starting to drop. It's getting on close to 5. I can pretty much hear the missus there yelling. Dinner's getting close to being on the table, so we'll head back in. And yeah, thanks for your time, Kim. Thanks for showing us around today.
No worries.
And yeah, we look forward to catching up with you again on Keeping It Real and on the water.
And thanks to Levels Rigs. Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, so that rig guy, we're going to head back in. Next time you see us together, Kim and myself, we'll get out and we'll get amongst it, and we'll be throwing some lures. Till then, catches. G'day, it's that rig guy here, and after a hard day of fishing over here at Lake Bonnie, I like to get there and kick back here at Barmera Lake Resort Motel. Great rooms, great price, and kind of with a scenery like that, man, you couldn't ask for anything better. And things are right on the lake. I can get there and sneak out early in the morning while that rig girl's still catching Z's. Talk about catching Z's, I'm off now, I want a coffee, I'm going to kick back. Until next time, get out and get amongst it. I'm that rig guy. Catch ya.